This one's for all my epileptics out there who are like me and they think that like I have epilepsy, but I can do whatever the F I want. That's me. If that's you, don't take Benadryl. Epileptics cannot take Benadryl. And I just found this out probably a year ago, but I still took it the other day because I was having an allergic reaction. So here's where we're going to start. Okay? I just looked it up just so I could confirm why Benadryl causes seizures in those with epilepsy. It basically like messes up the neural pathways and it messes with different medications and can lower that seizure threshold. I don't know if that's 100% true because if you could tell by my face, I'm still feeling a little bit off. But anyway, what happened that night was I was cleaning the house. My grandma was over. She was helping me shampoo my carpets in my bedroom. Very thankful. Thank you, Grandma. Well, I took my sheets, my fitted sheet, my flat sheet, all my pillowcases, my comforter, I took them downstairs to the wash to be washed because they were disgusting. So when I brought them up from the wash, I was like, ooh, what's that smell? Like, that smells really weird. And it was clogging me up, which it's still doing. It was clogging me up. I couldn't breathe. My throat really hurt. And I was sneezing and sneezing and sneezing and sneezing and blowing my nose and blowing my nose. And I just did not feel right. So I was like, I'm having an allergic reaction. Harrison, hubby, do you have any Claritin? Because I can't take Benadryl. He was like, yeah, I have Claritin. He gave me a Claritin. And I was like, that's not enough. Not enough light. So I went ahead and found the Benadryl that he had just previously got me. I didn't take one. Like, I thought I was supposed to take two. Okay, I thought I was supposed to take two. They're 25 milligram tablets. 25 is like a baby dose. But doses are different in different medications. And that did not cross my mind. So I took 50 milligrams of Benadryl and got really tired. And we couldn't even go in that bedroom. So we sat out here. Computer was here. Adrian was here. Harrison was here. Food was here. And we were just ready to go. We're like, okay, cool. I'm tired. I'm groggy, but I'm still going to watch SpongeBob with you because that's my freaking favorite show. And so we decided to do that. And all of a sudden, out of literally nowhere, my head goes down, I feel really weird, and it starts in my left side, in my face, hyperventilating, full on, now seizure, hands going, legs going, and I motioned for Harrison to give me Versed. I said, give me Versed. He's like, it's not time yet, we gotta wait. I said, give me Versed. I said, give me the Versed, just one, give me it right now. He hands it to me, I squirt it up my nose. Nothing happens. So I motioned for the second one. But, when I'm in a seizure, I'm like, this is going to take a little bit to, like, get into my system. Maybe I should just wait off a little bit. And he told me that, but it didn't register correctly. So I kind of fought for that Versed. Valtoco. I fought for that Valtoco. So he gives me the second. He's like, are you sure? I said, yes, I'm sure. I'm going to go out. Like, you don't hear me right. I'm going to go out. Give me the freaking Valtoco. He gives it to me. I take it. And I'm still not feeling right. So I motioned for another Valtoco. But he says no. He cuts me off because I'm drunk. Not really. I'm just making jokes. He cuts me off and he's like, listen, I'm going to call 911. You're still not out of it yet. We're going to figure out what we can do for you, okay? I'm gone by this time, okay? Just gone. When my seizures happen, they happen fast, and they happen, what's the word I'm looking for? With a vengeance, if that makes sense. They come at me. And so I'm already out. But he said he called 911, and two guys came up, and they tried to help me out of the house, or out of the apartment, downstairs onto a gurney so they could take me to the ER because they could visibly see that I was seizing. My head was going up like this. My arm was clenched. Like, I was talking absolute nonsense. And I sat here and I said, no, I'm not going. I'm fine. I'm not going anywhere. More like yelled it to them. I yelled it. I couldn't really say it right, but I said, no, I'm not going. I'm staying right here. I'm staying home. I don't want to go to the ER. And they said, fuck that. and they manhandled me. Like, underneath, I have a bruise. If you guys notice, I'm so out of here. There's a bruise from one of the EMTs. Now, they did a good job, okay? I love them because Harrison said he recognized one of them. And I like when the EMTs come because I could kind of joke with them. And I'm like, hey, I think I've seen you before. While I'm, like, totally drugged up. I'm like, yeah, maybe you have. I don't know. There's one guy with a wolf tattoo. So shout out to the guy with the wolf tattoo. I like you. You're really cool. You do what you're supposed to do. And you do a really good job. Anyway, they came up here with the gurney because I was not going down there on my own. I was fighting. And so they basically picked me up, arms and legs, picked me up, put me on the gurney, took me down. And, sorry, I'm getting so far away from the topic, but I just think this is a funny story. I was out, obviously. I ended up vomiting all over them and all over the ambulance, so I want to so sorry for that. I woke up in the hospital. The seizure total was an hour and 30 minutes long. And here's all the medications I got, okay? So before the seizure, I had Claritin. I don't know how much. I had 50 milligrams of Benadryl. And then at the hospital, which they didn't give me anything in the ER. Why? I don't know, because there were 2 IVs on me. I don't know why they didn't give me anything in the ambulance. But I also got, I gotta start over. Claritin, Benadryl, 50 milligrams, IV Keppra, which they have never given me IV Keppra before. I don't understand why they give me IV Keppra. I don't know if it works on the same mechanism as my Breviact, but it was Mexican medication. And then I also got IV Versed, which I take Valtoco. Valtoco and Versed kind of, yeah, they do work on the same mechanism and level. And then I got, once I woke up, I got IV Toradol, IV Zofran, so I could stop my but it's 2 days later, I think this is day 3. Day 3 later, I'm still feeling like, I'll describe the feeling to you if you don't get why I'm like what it is. It feels like I'm absolutely wasted. I see myself in the camera right now. I feel like I could just touch out and grab it. And it's a little bit farther away than that. My bird looks like a completely different animal, but I know who it is. When I walk, I feel like I'm in outer space. If that makes sense. My own face looks unrecognizable. Like, why I ain't got no hair? That doesn't make sense. My hands look like they're supposed to be hands, and they're my hands, but they're not my hands, and it's really trippy. Things look like they're kind of spinning a little bit, and just sometimes I'll get that overwhelming feeling of like it just feels really, really weird, and I just have to shut my eyes. Basically, I'm dizzy. I'm drugged, and I'm, like, high from all the meds. But 3 days later, this reminds me of the time when I had that 3-day long seizure, which took me into the ER. They didn't believe me. So they sent me home. Well, they didn't send me home. They sent me back out in the waiting room, and we were there for 12 or 14 hours. And then eventually we called on call my doctor, and they were like, get that bitch in there right now because she's having a seizure, and you need to run an EEG on her. So they did, and they found, I forget, 26? No, 6 seizures in 10 minutes, to 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I don't remember. But I'm a little nervous, because if I do end up having status again, we're going to have a little bit of an issue. Because that means not only are all of my seizures getting more frequent and violent, but now all the statuses, now all the tonics I have are leading into status, which, if you know, you know. I'm not going to say it, freaks me out. And I want to take a hot bath, but I can't take a hot bath because my mom told me a horror story of some girl dying in a bathtub from epilepsy, and I can't take a bath by myself. My husband's at work. I'm home alone with the bird. I think I'm just going to sit here on my safety couch forever. And I have Versed right over here. And I've got meds. I'm loaded. I think I'm just going to stay in my little safety corner unless somebody wants to come get me and take me home. I hope you enjoyed my humor. Because even though I'm not feeling right now, I still have a way to make myself laugh.